Yo, what's going on, your boy Ghost here. Today I'm bringing us another comparison video between the AUG and MP5. Now, before we get into it, I want to say a few things as usual. I know I start these videos like this pretty much all the time, every time, but you know, I just got to because you guys have been killing it on support. You guys have been crazy. I mean, right now I'm at 459 subscribers, and we're getting really close to the halfway point for 1,000. And I don't know if I actually ever told you guys this, but if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will hit a face reveal. And yeah, I don't know if you're just curious on how I look, then yeah. Or if you want to like a little sneak peek, I'm gonna say this one time in the video. Follow my Twitter. It's gonna be linked in the description. And if you're gonna if you're already going to Twitter, you know, go to Twitch and lob me a follow. No cap, all that in the description. I don't mean to be promoting like that, but it's like the only time I probably do that. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, and if you find this video useful or helpful, hit the like button. So, like I said, I'm comparing both the AUG and MP5, and these two weapons on the meta scale are completely different. One of them, the MP5, is used very frequently, while the other one, not so much. However, the AUG is one of those weapons that I'm surprised it's not in meta. And for some of you guys, that might sound surprising because you've never, you know, you might have tried the AUG and found it to not be very good. But I gotta tell you, man, I had my doubts about the AUG until I got this class set up that I'm gonna show you in a little bit, and I think it could be better than MP5. I know that's crazy, but I'll tell you guys why in a second. So we're gonna get to the recoil pattern for the AUG right now, and here's the recoil pattern for a fully kitted up AUG. Now, I will say that this AUG class setup does not have a barrel, and that's simply because why would I need it? I believe that this gun does not need it simply because you're only trying to use this for close range and somewhat medium range, which this gun right here, I personally can't use it too heavily at medium range because I feel like the recoil and control gets a little iffy because, again, it does not have a barrel. But you don't need it because all SMGs are meant for close range situations. And honestly, if your SMG is not an MP7, don't use it for range. So that goes for all SMGs in the category. I feel like they should all just be used for close range because I don't think any of them have a capacity of beaming like that, like the MP7. But you know, this is not about the MP7. This is about the the MP5 AUG. But yeah, this gun right here really surprised me, and I'll tell you why. So a long time ago, I want to say a long time ago, but you know, like a month ago or so, I used the AUG, and I wasn't really impressed by it because of how slow it was. And I feel like a lot of people get turned off by how slow the AUG is because that's how I felt. And most likely you're using a barrel on it, and let me tell you, you just don't need it, man. You don't need it. This gun right here is just look right here. Look at this. Look at this. I just destroyed him on a head glitch, bro. If it's a headshot, it's over, bro. That's what this gun does. It's very powerful. It's way more powerful than any other SMG in the category because it has the NATO rounds. Which, if you don't know what NATO rounds are, I'm pretty sure, from what I've been told, they are assault rifle rounds on SMG, and they are very, very good. I find myself outgunning a lot of guns up close range. I think if the snake shots were in the meta, I'd be able to outgun some snake shots. I know that sounds kind of crazy, and I might be over exaggerating a little bit, but I think I could have done it. No cap. But yeah, this AUG is one of those weapons that I'm surprised is not being used as much. But I understand why, because it's kind of hard to find the class setup that doesn't make it too slow. Like I said, I have no barrel and I have sleight of hand, or sleight of hand, whatever the hell it's called, and that's to make it faster. I don't know personally how it is to reload the 60 round. I forgot because I haven't used it in a long time, like without the sleight of hand. And so if you would like to maybe put on a grip, not a grip, underbarrel, you might be able to. I don't know. I wouldn't touch the weapon because I wouldn't want to sacrifice the speed of it just to not have sleight of hand. I'm telling you, whatever attachment you're thinking of putting on instead of sleight of hand, you don't need it. This weapon is very good without whatever attachment you're thinking, and I really suggest you using my class setup because I think you might like it more than MP5. And again, these videos are not to pick one weapon over the other, it's to simply match them up against each other to see how they perform. And this AUG by far is probably the toughest competition that the MP5 has. The MP7 and MP5, in my opinion, are kind of like two weapons that are serve different purposes. Now, some people might agree with me, some people disagree with me on that, but I think, like I said, I constantly say in these videos, the MP7 is not a secondary weapon. What I mean by that is I would not rock it overkill over the AUG, the MP5, whatever other P90. I'm not rocking it. I'm rocking that solely by itself because I think it's better primary than it is secondary. However, and then the MP5, okay, I didn't mean however, but the MP5 is a secondary. I would never run an MP5 by itself. Okay? And the AUG, same thing with the AUG. This AUG setup, I would not run by itself. You know what I'm saying? This needs to accompany an AR or an LMG. And I say LMG because you know what? I'm gonna say that for next week. I'm gonna say that for next week. But yeah, this AUG right here is a very good secondary weapon. And yeah, let's just get into the MP5. And here we have the recoil pattern for the MP5, or the base one I should say. And like I said in my last video, I said that the MP5 had very interchangeable parts that could still make it a very good weapon. And that's exactly what I did. I changed some of my attachments, and I know you saw two different recoil patterns. That's because the first or the second recoil pattern that you see in MP5 was my new class setup, and the last one was the old class setup. Here we have my new class setup, and here we have my old class setup. Now I made two very big changes to this class setup: my barrel and my underbarrel. So I no longer have a monolithic suppressor. I have the monolithic integral suppressor, and I have, instead of a commando foregrip, I have a ranger foregrip. Now you could probably run Merc, you can run whatever. I mean, like I said, there's like 20 different attachment setups that you can do with MP5, and it'd still be a good weapon. The reason for my change though was because the monolithic integral suppressor makes your gun shoot faster, and it's basically the same as a monolithic, but yeah, like I mean, from what I could tell from the stats on like the bottom, the bars or whatever in game, it looks like the same to me, except that the gun shoots a lot faster now, and I think you have more mobility. In terms of the Ranger, I think it's for all about stability, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. You could run Merc to get that extra hip fire, but I don't know. I don't really hip fire like that. I hip fire occasionally, and I don't really see any need for a Merc. But yeah, so this gun has the fire rate, and it has the mobility over the AUG, but the damage, it doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying? It does shoot fast, though, so, you know, I'm not saying that this gun can't, like, necessarily... I guess, what do I say? Gun AUG. Like in a theoretical matchup, I don't know if you went head to head. I think it would all matter on who gets the shots first, or I think in general, I think maybe the AUG beats it just because of the damage aspect. But actually, hold up. Just a little side note: these clips are recycled because this is my old, class setup. I didn't really use my old class setup like that, but yeah, you're not worried about that. But like I said, the MP5, in a theoretical matchup, I could see it beating the AUG, depending, or with the monolithic integral. Like I don't think it could beat it with the normal class setup that I had, because I don't think it'd be fast enough, and you're just gonna get simply outgunned by the damage. But again, like this MP5 is still one of the best options you can run at secondary. You're not gonna go wrong using it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get penalized, because the MP5 again is one of the best secondaries in the game, and everyone's using it. And the AUG is I feel like it should be an up and coming secondary that should get used, but I think it won't get used simply because it's a lot slower. Or not, I wouldn't say it's a lot slower, but it could be a lot slower than the MP5, and that's why a lot of people might be turned off from the AUG. But I'm here to tell you that concept that I showed you, man, it's extremely fast. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what you would have normally, it's extremely fast. And I hope that you give it the AUG a try, especially with this class setup. I've been given recommendations for class setups like a lot, and honestly, this class setup right here by far is the best. But again, like my friend told me, because he told me that the AUG, in his opinion, was like the best SMG, and I disagree with him because I thought the MP5 was. But he told me, like, I mean, he gave me why he thought the AUG was better. But then at the end of the day, he said it's all about preference, and that's what it all comes down to. I prefer the AUG now. I would see myself run the AUG a lot more than the MP5 now. And that's crazy to me because I use MP5 on a lot of guns. I use it with a lot of other variations. Like I would use it with the Grau, M4, and stuff like that. I would do the same with the AUG, not necessarily with the M4 though. I have my reasons for that, but for example, I don't know. I'm gonna be doing a comparison next week that's gonna require two, I guess, ineffective guns at close range. I wouldn't even say they're both ineffective, but I'm gonna probably run the ground in that situation just because I feel like you know, it's my best secondary to this point. I really hope that you guys give this a try because I feel like a lot of you guys might find success with it. Like this is one of these guns that I feel like is just completely slept on for no and it baffles my mind because like I said, this gun has the potential to be the best one in the game. In terms of SMGs, and no one uses it. No one uses it, but I guarantee you, if you saw YouTubers use it, you probably use it. I'm not, but you know that's what you know. I'm not gonna get into that influence thing again like I did last video. But yeah, give it a try. Let me know your experience down below, and yeah, talk to you guys later. Peace.